Hello, 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 artist. Happy New Year. Happy 2024. This is our word for the year. The word is more in 24, more awesomeness in 24, more leads in 24, more closing of sales in 24, and more automations in 24. Less time spending in research and dabbling and on the struggle bus, less time worrying about where our next leads are going to come, and less time stressing about how we're going to figure all this out by ourselves. So excited. Very first Art Boss report of the year. We are going to be talking about the champagne room today. We're going to be actually setting up a Q&A session that I'm going to be holding on Friday. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit more about the Q&A session that's going to be happening on this Friday. Your opportunity to jump on a Zoom call with me, to jump on a call and just ask questions about, what do I need to be doing in 2024 so that I can change things for the better and I can claim more in 2024. That's what this is going to be about. So I want to give you a little bit of pre-work, a little bit of homework. I want you to be able to see the tool that we're using to automate our sales so that we can find more leads and close more sales. Let me think here. If you're wondering, yes, it is amazing that I have this amazing product. Now, what do I do next? We have simple to use, smarter people than us have put all these tools together, and just simply grabbing some of the tools that are sitting out in the marketplace and using them for selling our artwork is going to be the change that is going to allow for you to have more in 24. Then, my friends, you're in the right place. I'm so excited because someone's going to come to visit. I'm so excited because although the holidays are kind of a time where everything it slows down a little bit with the businesses, but yet our personal lives are super crazy. The beginning of January means if we've been using automated tools during December, we actually have this beautiful lead list that we can be using on January 2nd, January 3rd, all the way through January to kick up those art sales at the beginning of the year. My friends, oh, my friends, I've got someone who's complaining here. Hold on. If you're like, oh my goodness, January is like not a great time of the year to sell artwork, I'm gonna tell you you're wrong. This is exactly the time of year. If you are looking for trendy influencers, people who want to beautify their home, they want to cleanse it, they want to create a new feeling, a new energy, they want art that connects with who they are. This is the time of year where you can make serious cash. And everyone's thinking, oh, the holiday season's over. I've missed my window to sell artwork. It's actually quite the opposite. This is an amazing time of year to sell artwork. And we're going to talk about how to use some of the tools out there to start automating our lead generation, automate our outbound messaging, and even outbound closing of our art sales. So I am going to be I updated it today. I'll be making sure it all looks good, but I am going to grab the little introduction video. While I'm running the video, I want you to grab a pen and paper. Okay. I want you to get to a comfy spot, grab a drink of water. It might be lunchtime for you, maybe even a sandwich, because we're going to dig on in. Hey, everybody. My name is Rana Uha. We're here for the very first art report of 2024, and we are going to be talking about the automations we can be using in our business that allows for us to get more leads, more sales, and it allows for us to use less of our time because we have more automations that are actually doing the heavy lifting of sales and marketing for us. So we are so excited to be digging in today. If your number one concern for 2024 is to get more time back in your studio, increase the amount of sales that you're making, and raise the price for your artwork, and to have a system and the tools that are automatically out there running your lead generation, your lead nurturing, and your lead closing, my friends, we're in the right place. We're going to do a little bit of just kind of like, we're going to unpack a bunch of stuff, and then we're going to focus in on the automations that we can use in 2024. And I want you to noodle over this. I want you to take a look at the resources I'm giving you, because on Friday, I am going to be hosting a 1-hour Q&A. Ask me anything about the tools that you need to be running in your art business, especially your online art businesses that are going to allow for you to find more leads and close more sales. So let's go ahead and dig on in. First, let me do this. Okay, I'm going to just remove this for a second because I want to pull up the very first tool that we're going to use today. So is that it? Okay, perfect. So before we start talking about the automations, I want you guys to have the 5 levels of art business awesomeness. This is actually a really nice framework that you can use to do some quick checks in your own business to make sure that you're setting up your whole entire art selling business for success. If you are selling your artwork in the online market and you haven't actually checked the boxes on all 5 of these levels of business awesomeness, you may not be able to go to automations yet. Most of these things here are, you're going to really quickly be able to claim them and check them off of your to-do list. But when we are running any business, especially an online business, and when we have such amazing products, we get to work with such insanely talented artists every single week. I'm talking to artists and their artwork is amazing, and they're just looking for the ability to get more leads and more sales. And we start right here with just making sure that we're claiming the 5 levels of art business awesomeness. The first level is just about curiosity. And if you're here, if you're working with the ArtBots formula, even in our free zone, you're definitely clicking off this box. You're just asking questions. You're being inquisitive. You're taking a look and you're looking around. You're seeing other art businesses that are thriving in the online market. And you're like, I want a piece of that. How do I use my creative skill set to create an income stream? How do I start monetizing my beautiful artwork so that even though I love creating artwork for myself, I know that there are art lovers out in the marketplace who need what I have. Step number 2 is recognizing that we always have to up-level our skill sets. The day that we decide our artwork is good enough and we need to be no better at it is the day that our businesses plateau. So just recognizing that we are still responsible for doing the work, getting out there, creating new artwork, trying new techniques, and creating artwork, that is part of our responsibility. And when I look at artists who are actually really good at increasing art skills, they actually are the ones who avoid burnout from creation. So I really encourage you to make sure that you're claiming step number 2, that you're recognizing that no matter where you feel you are in your skill set, whether you know you're at the beginning levels of building your skill set, or whether you know that you've been doing this for 20, 30 years, but your skill set always has room to be refined, to grow, to move in different directions, you're clicking off this box as well. The third step of business awesomeness. This is so important. This is it's at the exact right place, because when you're looking at your business, you have the option to plateau right here and not continue to grow your business just simply based on resilience. We need to make sure that what happens when you meet a business challenge, when you run up against a business challenge, do you decide to quit and stop, or do you go out and you start looking at how do I acknowledge this business challenge? What skills do I need to have? What What knowledge do I need to gain? What actions do I need to take in order to get past this challenge? Do you actively look for a solution or do you quit? This is a place that if you're a hobby artist and the work it needs to take to make a couple dollars is too much, this is often where I watch artists walk away from income streams that are beautiful and amazing simply because of the resilience factor. You have the choice to quit or to continue on, and that is your choice to do. But in business awesomeness, we are always going to, at every single level of our business, we're going to hit up against resistance. Then we can choose resilience, right? I like that word too. We can choose resilience or we can resist and stop. When we are moving through the 5 levels of art business awesomeness, we're also going to move to the place that when we start to choose to move through barriers or challenges that are in our art businesses, we often find that formulas, step-by-step instructions, frameworks are what allow for us to move past barriers or to get over profit humps. There's just so many things that can happen. We can be doing everything right, but when we start to create the automations and recognize the framework and the formulas that exist inside of every single business, we can start finding those automations and we can start finding those things that we can actually take off of our to-do list because we have the ability to either outsource or automate it. And when we get to that place, that's where our business starts to explode. And we start to see the huge shift in sales and the huge increase in sales. And that final point, the pink one over there in automation, when we have the curiosity, when we have the ability to encourage ourselves to continue on and ask the right questions, when we continue to grow our art skill set, the price that you can charge for your artwork depends on your skill set, your art skill set. When you meet up against challenges and you choose to be resilient versus quit, then you start seeing those formulas and those systems and strategies and tools that allow for you to actually increase your profit margins and increase your sales exponentially. Then we get to the place where we can start looking at the automations that we can use inside of our art businesses. And automations is what we are going to be focusing on in 2024. We're going to be talking a lot about our favorite tools that we like to use right here inside of the Art Boss formula and the automation tools that you're going to need when you start identifying the manual and repeatable tasks that can be managed and executed with tools. And I'm going to even add in there or even outsourcing. Okay, so these are the levels of art business awesomeness. When you start to move your business to the next level, I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to hit up against every single one of these levels of awesomeness every time that you have to make a business decision, every time that you level up your business. And this framework, you're more than welcome to take a screenshot of this, but this framework is pretty freaking amazing because it allows for us to seamlessly move through the 5 levels. And every single time that we get to the next place where we're like, oh my gosh, I never thought I would make $20,000 a year selling my artwork, to the place where you're like, I really don't think I can get to 50K a year. And when you hit the 50K, you're going to have to go through those 5 levels of business awesomeness to get to the next level, to get to the 100K, to get to the multiple 6 figures, to get to the 7 figures. So what we really want for you guys to have are the tools that allow for you to have that beautiful framework. I absolutely love that smarter people than me have put together all these beautiful tools that I can use in my online business. And when I use them, they allow for me to start automating my lead generation. When I use them, they allow for me to start nurturing my leads, have automated outbound messaging systems, allow for me to start tracking my leads, seeing what artwork they're looking at, seeing what emails they're opening, seeing how they're engaging with me and tracking that so I can measure purchase intent. And then I can work with a smaller group of beautiful hot leads that allows for me to start creating the simple path to walk them down to picking the right piece of artwork that connects with them and closing that sale, because I'm walking away from just a transactional business process and I'm moving more towards a transformational business process. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about the tools that you have access to in the online market that are going to allow for you to start doing all of the heavy lifting of sales and marketing for you. Okay. We want you to be able to be in your studios creating. We don't want you to have to be stuck in front of your computers, managing thousands upon thousands of leads every single day, trying to figure out who's getting ready to purchase. We have tools that are going to tell us that when we set up our selling systems, we start using the strategies that actually collect leads, connect with those leads, and then close those leads. We can start layering on top all of the automations that make everything just so much simpler. So this comes down to, there's so many tools out there in the marketplace. First of all, let's just start with like what do you need? Okay, what do you need to be what do you need in order to increase sales, to find more leads and close more sales? First of all, there are tons of tools out there, and that's the one thing that I caution artists that I work with. Sometimes there are all these beautiful shiny tools sitting out there that, yes, eventually we're going to be using in our art businesses, but for some art businesses, just not yet. We have to set up the fundamentals and we have to set up the basics. The ones that actually close sales are the ones that we focus on first. And after we have a system that is closing sales and the tools that are automatically closing those sales, then we can add in all the pretty ones and the ones that are all shiny and glittery that kind of like sometimes distract us and away from what are the most important basic ones. Okay. So today we're going to talk about the three main tools that you have to have before you can start using all the sexy, beautiful ones out there. Okay. So when we are working in the online market, we have to have something that generates leads. It's just as simple as that. It's called a sales funnel. I've been talking about sales funnels for years. We can have automated sales funnels that allow for us to magnetize our ideal clients to us. And those sales funnels also walk our clients down the path to the sale. Okay, so beautiful tool. We can have it totally automated. That's why I absolutely love sales funnels. Once it is set up one time, we can reuse it every single day, every single month, every single year, with just minor modifications. Maybe all you need to do is go in and change the number from 2023 to 2024. There's just such beautiful tools out there that are literally going to magnetize your ideal clients to you and start giving them everything they need to say yes, so that you can start tracking purchase intent. Okay, beautiful. The second tool that we need is called a pipeline. It's also called a CRM, a client relations management tool. That's actually the tool that tracks the engagement with your ideal customer. When we have what we call a pipeline, we can fill the pipeline with our beautiful new hot leads, and we can start engaging with them and providing the opportunities to see what they're interested in purchasing. We can see what drives their purchase, and we can start collecting what I affectionately call purchase intent behavior. And when we have a tool that we can actually, because we're managing so many leads, we're walking away from just trying to find one person at a time and figure out who's going to purchase. We're actually grabbing large numbers of leads. We're sifting through those leads with our pipeline, and we're coming up with just a handful of beautiful leads every single month. We're running reports, and we're seeing who is actually visually dining on our artwork, whose behaviors are showing us that they're getting ready to pull out their credit cards. And then we are moving into the most wonderful tool. So we first have our sales funnels, then we have our pipelines, and then we have our outbound messaging. When we flip our business from just waiting for people to purchase, who's going to purchase, to the place where we're actually actively engaging in lead generation. We're actively engaging with those hot leads to inspire them, to encourage them, to provide all kinds of opportunities to work with us, whether with a new piece of artwork or even just work with us and just hang out with us. Now we have the ability to send outbound messages, including the offers, offering the opportunity to work with us. And when we set up this whole system, and then when we have these automation tools, it allows for us to start closing sales in from the online market simply because we're doing what we need to be doing. We have a tool that allows for us to manage thousands upon thousands of leads every single month so that we can close. Most of the artists that I work with only need to find 2, maybe 5 people a month to purchase in order to meet their sales goals. When you're charging a price that reflects the value of what you do, you only need to find 2, maybe 5 people in order to close $5,000 to $10,000 worth of art sales in a month. So we're so excited to be able to really introduce you to the Champagne Room. I'm going to pull up, I'm just going to show you the Champagne Room. I'm going to give you access to just kind of check this out before we even meet at the Q&A session. The more that you see this, the more that you get comfortable with this, the more that you actually, this is a beautiful information page. It's right here. It is, okay, it's right here, launch.karenauja.com and / autopilot. This is called the Champagne Room. It is the tool, okay, that it has all in one place. No longer have to download leads from this app and move them over to this app and then have to move them again. It is the tool that contains your sales funnels, includes your CRM pipelines, as well as all of your outbound email, social media, everything that you need to have outbound conversations and even to pull people into being able to talk to you in person. Okay. So it's an amazing tool that has everything all in one place. We call it the Champagne Room. And I'm just going to go ahead and pull it up so you can see it. I want you to take a look at this tool. This tool is not owned by the Art Boss. It is a tool that when I found it, it literally saved me thousands of dollars a month in my tool stack. And when I realized that I could use this tool and save close to $1,000 every single month because of all the other tools that I was trying to use in order to automate my business. And then it was all in one tool. And I no longer had to move my leads from Active Campaign over into ClickFunnels and then ClickFunnels back over into Active Campaign and then have to track it in a spreadsheet to see where everybody was and who was getting ready to purchase. I was like, oh my gosh, this is an amazing tool. So while you guys are you're probably typing this up into your own browser, let me go ahead and type it into my browser as well. So I'm going to share screen and let's see here. I think this is, let me do it this way. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and type it into my browser. So here we go. It is launch. Oop. Okay, we're going to let this load up. This is what it's going to look like. Again, this is a tool that is actually owned by Melissa Ricker and engineered to scale. They have built out this beautiful tool for you, and we have built it out for artists. Everything that you're going to get when you use the Champagne Room, all of your email sequences, all of your sales funnels, all of your lead magnets, all of your pipelines are actually created for artists. I worked with Melissa Ricker and we put together this whole entire package so that you wouldn't have to build anything. You could come in here and you could just make a copy of all the templates in here and start selling immediately. And when you pop on over here, I want you to just, here's a little video. I'm going to introduce you to Melissa. You can watch that. Here's Melissa. She is a nuclear engineer who has a love for technology. This is everything that you get inside of this tool. And here are some testimonials. Also, I want you to know there's some demos in here. This is why I'm going to pop back for a second. Okay. This is why you need to be taking a look at this before a Q&A. I want you to have as much information about this tool. If you choose, okay, so I'm going to just pop back here and say, If you choose to use some of your own tools, if you're already working with some other vendors, we can totally help you create that whole entire system and we can show you the framework. But if you want to have it already all put together and not have to actually build anything, then this is the absolute like best deal and best price in town. When I was working with ClickFunnels, Active Campaign, and my CRMs and my calendars and all of the other tools, I was running close to $1,500 a month in my tech stack. Just my email list alone, the Active Campaign, I was close to $600 a month because I had over 10,000 leads. I had like right around 10, 11,000 leads, and I had to pay for 25,000. That was just the break point. And so if you're already have more than 2,000 email lists, if you're already using a sales funnel, if you're already using outbound messaging, you may save money just moving over here. If you are thinking, whew, I'm not spending but a couple dollars a month on my tech stack, that might be the reason why you're not making the sales that you want. If you don't have a tool that's actually managing all of your leads for you, that might be exactly why you're exhausted in social media, you're exhausted in everything you have to do, and you don't have enough time to actually be in your studio. So we want you to be able to have the 5 levels of business awesomeness. I want you, take the notes here if you haven't taken it yet. You need to, at minimum, in the tools that you are using to run your online business, you at minimum need something that will do outbound messaging. You need a pipeline and you need a sales funnel. And when have them all inside of one tool and they all talk to each other, that's when the magic happens. When we have them all in one tool and we don't have to pay 3 different companies, that's when you start saving money. So we want you to have the ability to do this. If you are interested in learning more about the tools and you're like, I love the idea of tools, Ren, I want to know what to do. I'm opening up an hour on Friday morning. Let me pop over here because I want you to know that everyone here, you're getting a special invite. Okay. You can have an hour access to me. We're going to break apart those tools that you need to start running your online art business. I'm going to be bringing up the actual champagne room. When you have questions, I'm going to be like, here's the pipeline that we recommend that you use. Here's how you fill the pipeline. Here's how you track people in the pipeline. We're going to start showing you the behind the scenes tool so that you can make your decision whether you want to build all of this on your own and you want to spend thousands of dollars like I did, like thousands of dollars a month just to have all the tools and then have to spend hours downloading leads from one place and uploading them to another. Okay. Or paying for Zaps or paying for whatever you needed. That's why my tech stack price kept on going up on me. This is a beautiful tool and I want you to be able to see behind the scenes before you ever start using it. So grab this, okay, launch.karenauha.com, Champagne Room Q&A, okay, CRQA, that's what that stands for. I'm going to be on Friday morning, just taking an hour out of my day this week. We're going to just talk tech. We're going to talk tech and why you need tech and why tech is the next step in making sure that you are finding more leads and making more sales. It is the next step for about 90% of the artists that I work with. It creates this beautiful framework that tells you exactly what you need to be doing next. And it also allows for you to start tracking your leads inside of your art selling system. It's very easy to diagnose a disconnect. It's very easy to diagnose where in your selling system your leads are like leaking out of your system when you have this tool. So this is a change. This is more in 24. This is the commitment that we're making for all art bosses is I'm paying for this tool for you. If you would like to use this tool and know how to use it, I am paying for this tool. I believe in this so much that I want everyone to have this tool or one that's similar to it. If you want to put together your own tools, we'll still show you how to do it. We can still do that with you. So pop on over. Here's when it's going to be. Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern time. It's going to be inside of a Zoom room. It's going to be pretty much First come, first serve. You have a question, you raise your hand. We're going to talk about the tool in relationship to your business. We're going to talk about what you need to do next to grow your sales and to use this tool to start automating, finding more leads, and closing more sales. Again, about an hour on Friday morning. So you have opportunity to work directly with me. You've also, let me pull this back up. You also have the ability to check it out here. I'm not going to, this tool is not owned by the Art Boss. This tool is a tool that anyone can purchase in the marketplace. And you can learn more about it over here at launch.karenahuha.com/autopilot. That one right there is the one that is built out just for artists. I built it out with team engineered to scale in the champagne room. I already had them built for my businesses. We preloaded them into your account so that you don't have to build them. If I already had built them, well, you have access to them. So I'm so excited to be able to work with you guys this year. So excited that the more in 24 includes more automations. More in 24 includes more systems that allow for you to quickly identify where you have gaps in your selling system so that you can meet your sales goals. If you're like, I need to double what I made last year, let's do it. This is the answer. If you're like, I need to get more time back in my studio, I need to walk away from all these emails that I'm writing, all this social media stuff that I'm doing. I need to walk away from that. I need it to be automated and executed with a tool. My friends, are in the right place. So we're so excited. I'm going to, we're going to be heading out. Remember, you can post any questions that you have inside of the comments below, and Team Art Boss will reach out to you to answer any of those questions. If you're here watching this training, you have access to go ahead, take a look at the tool right now. And remember, you also have access to me on Friday for right about an hour, 11 a.m. Eastern time. And if you click on this, launch.karenahuha.com/CRQA, you're going to get the link to the Zoom room so you can join us, right? So, hey, we'll see you on Friday. I'm so excited. I will talk to you guys later. Make sure to save your spot so I know who's coming. Want to make sure that when I open up the Q&A session, that the people who want to be at that Q&A session are there. Once you sign up for that, I'm also going to send you reminders the night before. I'll be like, don't forget the Q&A is tomorrow. And the morning of, I'll be like, don't forget the Q&A is tomorrow. Okay, so super excited. We will see you guys soon. Have a great rest of your day. And I want to start seeing more of the hashtag more in 24. That's what this is about.